I am so excited to do this video because this video is just gonna be me in my element and like self-caring. Look, I'm a Cancer queen, baby. Self-care is my domain. It's what I do. It's what I love to do. I love a self-care. I want to be a self-care. So, I'm starting off with some aloe. I'm about to do a whole little face mask. Spring equinox today, and I'm just so happy and I'm so excited because this winter was really hard. It was really tough. It was really rough, but all is well. And that's what I was being told anyway by my team. Like, just go with it. Like, leading up till today, I did a 3-day ritual, which is already complete. That's why I'm comfortable sharing it. And it's really just my introduction into spring. What do I want to spring forward? Because I have laid a lot of seeds. I planted a lot of seeds. And now I'm just focusing on myself and my life, and that's a good feeling. And even right now, it's Ramadan and I have been fasting, but I'm about to drink a cup of tea. To my husband, you're my favorite Pookie Buds, and we are in this together, but my love, horse, just not. I woke up this morning and it was one of those, you know, like where you're like literally SpongeBob, like parched. I woke up like decrepit, like my throat was about to disintegrate. And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just go start my oral care, and that will maybe take away some of the dry. No, I'm still suffering. So I have my herbs in there, and I'm my own spiritual being, you know what I mean? And I struggle to fast. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm as human as it comes. Meaning, I'm gonna make a lot of human mistakes, right? I'd rather just do what I feel called to do, and yeah, that's it. A little ASMR moment. You get the ginger. Ow! Woo! But this is just a reminder that like nobody can tell your story. And you have to make sure that you tell your story, or at some point in time, someone can tell it for you. And what I mean by this is people see bits and pieces of who you are at certain points in your life, and they assume that that's who you are. They assume that you're the same you that you were whenever, you know? And people can easily start to just put your life together for you, but it's not accurate, you know? So it's just like, it's such a disservice to all of your growth, all that you are becoming, all that you know that you're going to become. Like, it's such a disservice. So like, honor yourself by telling your story. Speak your truth, tell your story. And yeah, I gotta put this on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not afraid of myself. That's something also that has changed so much about me. Nobody can make me hate my features. Nobody can make me hate my features because, okay, like for instance, I used to be really like weird about my eye, and then I look at my grandmother's sister, who I always thought was stunning, amazing, beautiful, and she has the same thing. And that's my Aunt Sissy. When she passed, she gave me her gift. That's how I look at it. She had a piercing eye that could see right through you. So I honor that. Or like my nose, like I get that from my daddy. I get that from my grandpa. You know what I mean? My teeth not being, 100% perfect, granny. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you can't make me hate my features. You can't make me hate myself because I love myself. And I like to be intentional. Like, even aloe is a plant. Thank you for all of the nutrients that you provide. Thank you for growing so beautifully. I don't take you for granted. I'm so thankful. There's such a gift when you take care of nature. There's such a gift. Nature itself is a gift, but there's such a gift that comes when you decide to not see yourself as above things, Like, I think I think nature's a very humbling experience. I don't feel above nature. I feel within nature. I feel connected to nature. I have chosen nature. I also am posting this for anybody who is insecure about like your features, about yourself. Like, you don't want to get on camera because you don't feel like you're pretty enough or beautiful enough, or you're hyper focused on your insecurities or your features or things that you see as flaws. Like, and I know there's a lot of people also that like they hate to see their appearance when they look in the mirror. But I want y'all to understand that you're not being spiteful enough. You're not being spiteful enough. Love yourself out of spite. If you have to love yourself out of spite, that's okay too. Get it done. Get it. Either way, it gets done. So if you can look at yourself in the mirror and see your parent and be like, I'm better than them. I'm doing better than them. I'm making better choices and decisions. Do that. Do what you got to do. Like, love yourself out of spite then. So I don't love myself out of spite. That was just advice for somebody who needed that. Sometimes that is your journey and your path, and I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you because I understand. I get it. I don't love myself out of spite. I genuinely love my mother's features. I genuinely love my father's features. I love my brother's features, my sister's features. I love who I come from. I love who I am. And this world, people who pick my flaws apart, can't make me hate myself. Like, it has a lot more to do with you, because if I don't care, then who does the care go to? It seems like you, Bookie. Seems like you're the only one that cares. Isn't that a lonely existence? For you to care so deeply about somebody else and they have a beautiful relationship with it? You're not embarrassed? You're not embarrassed? I would be. Just saying. I'm gonna let this mask set and then I'm gonna hop in the shower, rinse it off, all that stuff. But one thing that I have been focusing on and will continue to focus on is nervous system management. I have been taking care of my nervous system because I am tired of feeling so anxious. You know what I mean? For most of my life, I was so anxious and I was so unsettled and I felt so unsafe. And I don't feel that way anymore. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel divinely protected. I feel secure in who I am, secure about the people that I surround myself with. Because, you know, a lot of the times when we're children, we're around who we're placed around. We're not really around who we choose to be around. As a grown woman, I am around, and I am only around people that I choose to be around. If I have to be around somebody and I don't really want to be around them, I know how to be cordial and I know how to protect my energy and I know how to navigate the environment. I don't have to be anxious behind that. And I had to teach my body that I don't have to be anxious. Feel out what you feel out, but you don't have to be so anxious about it. And I've also learned how to unplug, really unplug from other people's energy. I do not want to be so tapped into others all the time. When I did readings as the primary thing that I did, I think that it required me to be that way. Like, I had to be constantly open because, I mean, I'm handling people's lives, like really intimate parts and pieces of people's lives. People are trusting me with their information, with their deep life experiences. And I did it to the best of my ability. Every single reading, I gave it my all, because I also understood that some of these people, they will be a one and done. They will be a one and done because they just need that last message. They just need that one last message, and then they took off and went for their life. See, I'm so proud of every single woman that I have come to know. The things that some of these people were going through and some of the things that they were carrying on their own for year after year after year after year. And then for so many of them to ask, what's wrong with them, baby? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with this world? What's wrong with this world that they did that to you? And that's so brave and courageous to like reach out and ask for help in a different way, because that's really what readings were and are. They're meant to help you. They're meant to push you forward. They're meant to be that final push, or maybe the first. Like, I've been a lot of people's first as well. There's been people who have gotten a reading from me and they have really told me like, girl, this was not what I was expecting. This is not what I've seen on my TikTok page with the tarot readings. Like, how you know that? How do you know this? Like, girl, you came to me. Better yet, your spirit team dropped you right off because they knew that you were ready. You gonna start? When I was a reader, I had to be very, very open and accessible, energetically available. And people don't realize the work that goes into that, the sacrifice that is on your body, your mind, and your spirit, and your soul. And then somebody may ask, like, so then why did you do it then? For God. I did it for God. I did it for the betterment of specifically Black women. I say specifically Black women because that's who I work with, and that's how I know. Like, I can't really deny who I am meant to be teaching to. Those are the people that sought out what I had to offer, and anybody who was brought to me by the divine. That's just what it is. That's just what it's going to be. The betterment of all women too, because y'all know the people who have gotten readings by me, baby, you know what it is. I didn't short you. I gave you exactly what you were supposed to hear, like I would do for anybody else. If you were brought to me, it was divine. That's that, you know. Also, not done reading. Like, I'm always going to be a reader. I've been reading people for years. People like, girl, I need to get a reading done by you. Baby, that conversation that we just had last week, that was a reading. That was a reading. So I'm always going to be a seer. I'm always going to be a reader. But I also am understanding that I can't take a lot of that in right now. Like, I cannot take a lot of people's energy, and I'm also very selective in my clientele. Very selective in my clientele, and I look forward to having high earning, high valuable clientele, because it's I'm talking about people who do very important and valuable work in this world, and they need a trusted source that can see things that they cannot see. And I will be getting paid for that. I will be getting paid for that, very, and joyfully too. Joyfully. People appreciate my talents, my gifts, and my ability to do what it is that I do. And so I look forward to that. It's not a matter of if, it's really when. And I am so patient. That was one of the last messages that my grandmother instilled into me. You know, patience is a virtue. It was like when I had that realization and I discussed it with my grandmother, it's like, now looking back, I realized it wasn't just like a talk with her. It was like, it was like almost like talking with an elder who has been telling you the message again and again and again, and then they finally get to see you like reap the fruits of the lesson. Like, they see that you really understand it. They see that you really are on the path to understanding it and getting it. So I'm just so happy now to really understand patience, because that's something I struggled with a lot, was being a patient person. I'm so thankful to be here right now, talking to whoever I'm talking to, enjoying my orange and mint steam. Having this cup of tea, even though I'm supposed to be fasting. It's tasty. I don't regret it. And also just for like spirit to continue to come through again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Like, I'm so amazed by God. I really, really am amazed by God, because I know that like I truly deserve every single thing that is already happening and every single thing that is going to happen. And these are prayers that I've held on to for years and years and years and years. And I think that that's what faith is. Faith is praying and pouring into and believing something, even when like your circumstances do not show that at all. Your circumstances year after year after year after year basically tell you to give up. I realized that like from the time I was born, I never really had a break. Like, the days that I feel bad for just kind of sitting or resting or taking care of myself or finding my peace, that fades very quickly. That fades very, very, very quickly, especially because I'm around people who want to do for me. My husband wants to do for me because he loves me and he enjoys me in my healthiest state. You know what I'm saying? My friends want to see my creative visions brought to life. They want to see me full of life and happy and just doing what it is that I do, you know? So I'm around people that have created a safe environment for me to thrive. And I would be a fool not to thrive. If you have prayed for a certain life, if you have prayed since a child, baby, you know how year after year after year, since a child, you better not let anybody interrupt your blessings. You better not let anybody make you feel like you're doing something wrong when you are now a very wise, matured, and evolved individual. Don't trick yourself out of your spot by accepting old behaviors, thought forms, and patterns. Maybe that fit and made sense before, but if it's not making sense now, don't ponder on it and wonder about it too much. Let it go. The only thing that we can fall back on is love. The only thing that we can fall back on is taking care of ourselves, so we're clear in our hearts and our minds and our bodies and our souls, making sure that we are aware of our own behaviors and patterns to make sure that it's not us that is doing the harm, or continuing a cycle that we have begged to get out of. Sometimes you just have to take a deep breath, find your center, and accept. I'm so excited for what I see. Be it new, be it old, encompass it all. I see what I know. That eats.
Let us pray. I remove any and all demonic, low vibrational, vampiric, parasitic energies, entities, and beings from my aura. I am cleansed, I am renewed, I am protected and covered by the divine. I know that I am loved. I know that I am rich, that I am abundant, that I am wealthy. I know that all good that is coming my way, that I am deserving of it. I am sweet. I am gentle. I am kind. I am fierce. I am resilient. I am bright. I give thanks unto the Most High. I give thanks.
So you know how people like make earrings out of like flowers or like lemon peels? They like dehydrate it. I think that this would kind of eat down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like that would kind of eat down like a pink dyed lemon and then dehydrate it. And of course you can kind of get these to sit how you want and then make them into earrings. It's cute. I love it. Anyway, look at my new baby. I got her from outside. I have grown a plant from outdoors that I've taken indoors, and she is thriving. But this is my new baby. I love her. I think she's a queen because, like, you know, she got yanked out of her environment where she was growing, and then she got put into a pot, and she was like, I guess this is cool, and she's doing good. She's doing all right. And I also pulled her up from a part in my yard where she was going to get pulled up anyway, because I have plans for the place that she was at. And I thought she was so pretty, like these like purple little leaves. I think that's so cute. I think she is so cute. I hope to see flowers because this is a plant that is supposed to produce flowers. So I'm hoping that if I give her the right environment, the right sunlight, I already looked up the conditions that this plant usually grows in. I'm hoping that she will sprout some flowers for me. That'll make me so happy. So yeah, meet my new little baby. The ones that I get from the store, I don't think they're happy with me. I don't think it's because I'm bad at taking care of plants. I just think that like they have just chosen me to be like their final resting place. You know what I mean? Like they're like, wow, finally someone with good energy, and then they just die. So yeah, I'm so happy. Look. Yay. The plants that like sprout out, you know what I'm saying? Like they sprout out, they need a lot of like support. You're gonna have to kind of build a little support system for it. Like you're gonna have to put 2 sticks or little, I know that they sell them, or I just don't know what they're called, plant holder uppers. But yeah, you need some of those to like support plants like that. But the other plants, like they need support with like as their leaves grow, like just something to kind of lean on a little bit, and then you can add rocks and other things to kind of get them to, you know. That brings me to us as people. We're like plants. We need ideal conditions to grow. Some of us sprout out like this, and we're in these tiny, teeny, tiny little pots. And yes, we can grow there because we are resilient and we are strong, but we don't have to grow there. We can send out a signal that we are in distress. We can let it be known that this environment is no longer working for me, and we can switch and change our environments so that we can grow in a way that makes us feel fulfilled and happy and loved and supported. Find your ideal conditions and choose to thrive. And I would really encourage you to start this journey this spring. It is the spring equinox, and the times have shifted, and we are now here, and it's exciting. And all of the things that you've been asking for and requesting and thinking that, you know, you've been overlooked and you haven't been heard, all of that is about to prove you wrong. This is a time and place where you want to be proved wrong. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a lady. I'm just a divine feminine being. Yeah.
Now that the working is complete and it's like actually mixed, get into this color. It's such a deep, powerful, rich burgundy color. And I feel so drawn and connected to this color. And I don't really know what burgundy represents right now, but I will look it up after. Like, look at it. It's so beautiful. And I make my own soaps as well with special ingredients that are meant for different things, but I love it.
I am now out of the shower. I have washed off the aloe, and I just feel rejuvenated. I feel happy. Burgundy, as you can see. My grandmother wore this color. This was her signature color. All of her pictures have this color lipstick in it. My grandmother was the burgundy queen. Like, she loved the color and that's crazy because it's like now it's like flooding back to me. Like, I didn't even realize it as I was doing my hand soak. And it turned out burgundy. So like it'd be like little messages like that, you know, catching the rain at 333, taking a moment to just be in love with the color burgundy, and that, you know, that's my grandmother's color. Like even this, like my grandmother's nail polish, my grandmother's lipstick. Someone might say, you know, like save it, save it. And for me, I don't feel that way. I want to use it because that's what she would want me to do. As I'm speaking to you right now, she like, that color looks so good on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I'm honoring her by using it, and I'm not attached to things in that way, like where it's like if it lasts or something so you don't want to use it. It's like, no, I want to use it. I want to use it on the spring equinox where I have nothing planned but just sitting in the house. That's special to me.
Thank you so much for just watching this video, for taking the time to listen and see me and hear me. And I'm just so like healthily in love with myself. Like I am truly so proud of me. And I just feel so beautiful and so vibrant. And I'm just an amazing person. And I can find peace in that, and I can find gratitude in that. And I'm just so grateful. So to everybody out there, again, thank you for watching. Be you. You are beautiful. And yeah.